How is everyone? Let me say hello to everyone. Tristan, greetings. Kushi, hello. Reverse World, I like your name. Navita G, welcome. Kavir Panti, welcome. Yana, welcome. Barka Batra, welcome. Nancy, success, yay. Yana again. Kushi, okay. Washer, hello. And we have Prem Yadav, greetings. Ajay Chauhan, greetings. GoPro in Denmark is back. Well, welcome back. Just visiting. Yes, I like that you're just visiting. I'm also just visiting. This is just a short stay on this planet. Dermot, could you just let everybody know on Facebook and LinkedIn and other places that we're here so that they can find it? Just provide this link. And Ishmael J. Gohari from Iran. Greetings, my first Iranian. Welcome from Iran. Welcome. Katya T. Girl, welcome. And Sobita Reiki, Mata Rani ki Jai. Kaun si Mata? Sabi Mata. Mata is the universe. The mother is everything. Yes. And we have greetings, everybody. Mystic Mantra, hello from Ohio. Yay. Greetings, Arsam. Welcome. Wow, wonderful. Catherine, greetings. So that today is the equinox. So it's a beautiful day to meditate, to hang out, to do things together. And we have Sarah Abru, welcome from Germany. Yay, welcome. And we probably have less people today because I made such a technical boo-boo. I tried to do it all myself. It wasn't very clever. And but we're here, so we've done it. And Kodruta Kovaci, hello to you. Welcome, welcome. Today is the equinox. So if you had woken up, or tomorrow morning, if you wake up an hour or two before sunrise and look out at the east, you will see three planets. You will see Venus, Mars, and Saturn. And they are Mahalakshmi, well, kind of Mahasaraswati, Shiva, and then Kali. And when you think of it in the body, it's Ida, Pingala, and Shushumna, right? The mother. And when we meditate on Saturn, on this equinox, we are kind of meditating on the void. We're meditating on the nothingness from which we come and the nothingness which we return. And good afternoon, Shalimar. Sobita, again, welcome. Kodruta Kavachi. Yes, we said hello already. So the beauty is that if I am if I am meditating on the outer world and I see these planets and I see these bodies and I see the sun rising in the east. Today is the day it rises exactly in the east. And the ancients always worshipped this day because it was the day when the sun was perfectly east. So you could almost tell time by it. Venus would be perfectly located, Mars would be perfectly located. Everything was in alignment. Today was a day of alignment for the ancients and for us too. But today it means less and less because how many of us actually look out at the sunrise every morning? So few. Ashima Huja, welcome. Liana, welcome. And Anupriya Jaiswal, welcome. V. Gandhi, welcome. Shalimar, welcome. Monica, welcome. Sushinan Naidu, welcome. So when you look out this morning into the east, and you see the sunrise. Today is perfect east because it's the equinox. Three goddesses accompany the sun in the morning, and they are Mahalakshmi, Ma Baglamukhi, or Shiva in this case, and Ma Kali. And the reason being, one is Ida, the left side of your being, the heart, Lakshmi, Shreem, one is right side, Baglamukhi, or sun, Shiva, the Pingala, the right side of your being, the willpower, the prana, and the middle, the void from which we come in the body to the void in which we go is Kali. So I want you to just sit with me for a moment No apocalypse. Apocalypse is all the time. You're always dying. Every breath is an apocalypse. So don't talk about apocalypse. If the end of the world comes, kiss your ass goodbye. That's it. But you breathe in, you're born. You breathe out, you die. Who cares? It keeps going. Life goes on. Every moment is a birth and a death. So the thing to remember is, let us meditate on the Divine Mother for a second. Assuming that we are in the womb of the Divine Mother, we come out of the darkness of the Divine Mother's womb, we go back to the Divine Mother's womb. Let us look at the Mother and just sit with me for a second. And Matangi, welcome. And so just sit with me for a second and let me invoke the Divine Mother. I'll do it in English. I won't do a mantra. But if you want to do a mantra, it's Aim Reem Shreem, Aim Kleem Soul, Hamsa Shiva Soham Asaka Frame, Hasakshamalavarya Om Haso, Sahakshamalavarya Im Saho, Sarupana Rupana Hetave Swagurave, Sri Annapurnamba Saita, Sri Amritanandanatha, Sri Guru Shri Padukam, Pujyami Tarpayami Namaha. So say with me, just sit, close your eyes for a second. Divine Mother, you look after me. Guide me through this wonderful journey. Let my day be filled with bliss. Let me be a radiant, compassionate beacon of light for all to see. And let me be a beautiful magnet, clean, to attract all the good energies of the world towards me. Let me be free. Let me have no worries. Let me heal others. Let me heal myself. Let me have no worries, no anxieties. Let me be free of karma. Let me be free of everything and allow me to act in the world from that freedom. And give me bliss, Mother. Ananda, Ananda, Ananda. I don't want anything else but that Ananda, Mother. Nothing else. I don't want anything else but that Ananda of knowing your energy and presence inside me. And that's all I want. Shreem, Shreem, Shreem. So all you have to want to be, whether the world ends tomorrow or not, or whether your life ends tomorrow or not, is, are you a living embodiment of Shakti, a beacon of light in the world? Are you that being of light? You know, all esoteric traditions talk about initiation, right? So, over the next few weeks, I'll be talking to you about initiation quite a bit. And initiation means that one moment I'm asleep and then something wakes me up. You know that feeling? One moment you're asleep, and one moment you suddenly find yourself waking up. One moment you're asleep, and your eyes may be open, you're in the world, but you're walking along like a zombie, asleep, impotent, doing the same thing every day, doing all the same stuff. Every day you're going round and round, like that little rat in the wheel, going round and round and round. And you're kind of just waiting to die, really, right? You're just waiting to die. And just imagine that you're waiting to exhale. And then suddenly, it could be in the subway, it could be in the bus or the car driving, or at home having breakfast, or you're looking out and you're watching your children or your friends play, or you're just with somebody, a lover and a friend, and you look at them, or you see a sunrise on a beautiful beach or somewhere, and you go, wait a second, there's more to this universe. There's more to this universe. There's more to this universe. That is your first initiation. You know that feeling? That is your full initiation. The moment you have that initiation, no matter how old you are, whether you're a child looking at awe in the universe or you're middle aged and you've been through life and then suddenly an aha comes. So, what you're stirring for us antarmukha seekers is your inner guru. That means everything in life can be your guru. The sunrise, the flowers, the birds, the animals, the person in front of you. These are all windows into the infinite, and they can all awaken you. There's a wonderful Upanishad about this, about a boy who was sent, instead of staying at the Gurukul, he was sent off to the Guru said, you don't belong here, but go and look after this farm and the animals and everything. And he went, and he spent years and years and years feeding the cows and looking after the animals and cultivating the land and cooking food and just sitting alone in his hermitage. And when later on they came to him, they saw an enlightened being, and they said, "How did you become enlightened without a guru?" And he said, "Oh, the cow was my guru. The goats were my guru. The chickens were my guru. The birds were my guru. The wheat was my guru. The fire was my guru. Everything is my guru." So initiation means that the moment I wake up to an awakening of the miracle of existence of my own inner light, I am initiated. So in all the ancient traditions, Rosicrucianism, Tantra, Yoga, Vedanta, all of them, a teacher is the first person who points the way towards awakening. They tell the story that the guru points at the moon because you're so busy looking at the tree that you didn't see the moon behind it. So the guru points at the tree, at the moon, sorry. Now, the problem with human beings is that we start to worship the finger of the guru, and the guru becomes the god. That's wrong. It's what the guru is pointing at that awakens you. That is the initiation. So, therefore, anything in your life can be a guru, right? Everything in your life can be a guru. But that doesn't mean that you cannot respect and learn from teachers and guides, but don't worship them. Don't make them into gods and goddesses. They are a finger pointing at the truth. They are a transmitter of a mantra or a teaching to you that wakes you up. They are not it. They are a companion on the path to it. So today on this equinox, as you face east and you experience the Divine Mother and you see the sun rising, the sun is a symbol of Matangi or Saraswati, meaning through the sun, intelligence comes to me. So I ask the sun, "Dear Mother, Aditi, Adi Shakti, come to me and awaken my inner sun so that I can realize who I am." Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tatsavitur Varinyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Wake up in me that divine awakening. You're not asking the guru to wake you up. You're asking mother in the sun, mother in the blade of grass, mother in the air, Mother in whose womb I sit, Mother who is everything, every cell in my body, wake me up. Wake me up to my true self. Learn from the Guru, learn from the teachers, learn from nature, learn from the sky, learn from the stars, learn from the books, but don't hold on to them. Initiate over and over again into the awakening. So, the story of initiation across all traditions is a journey of self realization. Initiation is a journey of self realization. And even when you think you've realized yourself, you're still on a journey. Because even that emptiness before the samadhi is a void, is a place in your own consciousness. But then a dissolution can occur, and then you become one with everything. That samadhi, sometimes called nirvikalpa samadhi, is the state before complete dissolution, the state. So if you think of saints that we've heard about, like Ramakrishna or Ramana Maharshi or all the great saints, they all achieved that state of dissolution and would sit, and people would come near them and feel the void through them and just go into trance, right? And the transmission was from that void to them, saying, you too can taste the bliss of the void, of the shunya, of Shani, Saturn, because Saturn is the gateway to the void, Bhairav. So if I can taste that gateway through the teacher, through nature, through anything, then my journey is to go through the gateway myself, through Kali to the void, through Bhairav to the void, through Nirvana to the void, through moksha to the void, through samadhi to the void. This is my journey, right? So when you look at a teacher, me, when you look at Guruji Amritananda, when you look at Isha, when you look at Jagi Vasudeva, whoever you look at, see through them that great way, doorway to that infinite void. When you look at a statue of Lalita Tripura Sundari, Raja Rajeshwari, Kamala, Matangi, Shama, whoever you look at, Kali, she is the gateway to the void. The in between state of my imagination required for me to go catapulting into the void. And then I go to the void. All the mantras I learn in between, all the kriyas I learn in between. Everything is an in between. So the part of initiation is that you, who have now tasted a little bit of this from a teacher or a moment or an accident or a trauma, something has woken you up, right? And you go, F me, there's more. Then I take that first step of initiation. And in the ancient tradition, what used to happen is that you become what is called a warrior of peace, the Veera, right? The Veera. And you go through, you come to the door, the portal, the gateway, the third eye, the gate. And at that portal, you knock. And in in the Egyptian tradition, it was called the Ma'at. And the goddess would come, Hathor, and say, what have you done in your life? In India, it's called Bhairav, Yamma, Yamraj, the gatekeeper. You knock on the door. And all traditions around the world, the guru, the yoginis, the devis, act as a role being played by a teacher to enact that gateway journey for you. So you come to the door, and the door opens, and you are blind because you have come with all this luggage of your life, all the crap of your life. And you're a warrior now. So you're saying, I'm a peaceful warrior. And the guardian at the gate, Bhairav, asks you, are you willing to die to enter this realm? Okay, so think about it. Are you ready to die? Would you die for this knowledge? Would you be willing to let go of every crutch you ever had and go naked into the unknown? Would you give up your internet connection, your movies, your money, your bank account, your food? Would you give it all up? What do you think? You say yes, but let's look at it. So, all rituals beyond that, in every culture around the world, tantrics, Vedanta, are a process of dying to your old life. There is, forget the ego, that's just psychological blah, blah, blah. Ego, ego, ego. Who cares about ego? Are you willing to die to everything you believed in, every crutch you ever held, every religious dogma you ever held, every concept you ever held, every love affair you ever had, every relationship you ever had? Are you willing to die? That's what they're asking. So the answer goes that in that state of questioning, the Vira, the warrior, you become very humble. Humility is the the state you become. That I know nothing. I am nothing in this vast play of consciousness. Yet without my consciousness, I would not even know this consciousness. So I surrender myself. And you can do it to the Divine Mother, you can do it to the Guru, you can do it to God, you can do it to the void, you can do it to anything you want, but you have to let go. And at that moment of letting go, in the ancient Christian tradition, a baptism occurs. You are reborn. The Vira is reborn, twice born, thrice born. First with the mother, second with the death, and third with the rebirth, right? So whenever you hear of Hermes Trismegistus, or the world of three worlds, or the thrice born, or the twice born even, you are talking about the awakening of the spiritual initiate. So just imagine that, yes, Hermes Trismegistus, correct. So the Vira, you, are blessed to be reborn. I have met many souls on this journey through my adventures who have achieved states of certain levels of enlightenment. But none were living in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Because those that live in Nirvikalpa Samadhi are not in this world. They are in that realm of the in-between death of Samadhi and this world. Everybody else is a human being who has opened a portal to their own consciousness expanding and can bring back some information for us. If you so desperately seek a guru, then this is not the conversation for you. Not one teacher I have met had all the answers. So I keep going myself. And for those who cannot find the answer in a single teacher, and it's very difficult unless you become a sycophant. The secret is to focus your anchor on a higher point of concentration, of consciousness, the void, Bhairav, Dakshina Murti, the Dattatreya, a state of consciousness that you create and mythologize in your mind, the goddess, and then you go forward. The world is full of stories of gurus and teachers who exploit, who sexually exploit, who oppress you, crush your ego, who destroy you. Do you really think that the mother's energy is destructive like that? It is a loving energy, blissful energy. The only reason to participate in an ashram or a culture is to give yourself the discipline of inner work for a period of time and then go into the world of your own exploration. So just very quickly, I'll tell you that the best way to study with me, if you feel drawn to this path, is to do my course called the Kundalini Code. Dermot, if you can type in the Kundalini Code, it'll be in the URL below, but it's basically the kundalinicode.com or a part of a Thousand Suns Academy. And this is the best way to study with me. So use this day of the equinox to initiate your own journey into your own awakening and to keep awakening. Meet teachers along the way, read books along the way, experience nature, go out there and study, experience and taste, and let the universe guide you to your awakening. And awaken yourself inside this divine mother, the womb of the divine mother, and she will guide you. Anandamai, Chaitanyamai, Satyamai, Paramai. So come, work with me if you want. Otherwise, just keep meeting us here on Mondays and I'll try and answer some of your questions. I will answer as much as I can, but if a question is not correct for this discussion, we'll let it go, okay? Nancy says, I literally had this conversation with myself this morning and now you're talking about, it is my sign. Yay, Nancy, good for you. Sandeep Lokapur says, Clyde, Sandeep, happy birthday. And I don't want to die. You won't die, you'll just be reborn. The thank you, Mala. So true. Solomija says, Namaskar. Greetings from Texas. Hello, Texas. Texas is in the house. I like it. All right, cool. Anupriya Jaswal says, I agree to everything you said because I have experienced some moments where I realize so many things. Why do I forget it and go back to regular life? This is the profound question of the deliciousness and the chaos of this life. Maya, the Mahamaya. So one of the descriptions in the Devi Mahatmya is that this world, this everything is the Mahamaya. It's the Leela of the mother's work and game, or the Leela of Krishna and Radha. The Leela, it's the dance. And as long as you are part of the cycle of birth, life, and death, in any aspect, if you're breathing every day or your life of 70, 80 years, you will go through the illusions of this reality as it. And because of the dualities and the polarities, you will have great moments of joy and terrible moments of pain and suffering. Think of all the people in Ukraine being bombed every day. Do you think it was their karma to be bombed, all millions of them? Life is just a perpetual challenge. So one has to find the middle pillar and be willing to die to those attachments. Then this life becomes meaningful. That's initiation. Video Hive has questions in two parts. I like it. Question one, right? Um, Misha, if you are following Sri M, then go to Sri M. You should not follow multiple teachers then. It's not good for you. All right. I am not a follower of Sri M. I made a film about him and I'm happy for you, but you should follow Sri M if that is your calling. Please follow him. All right. Video Hive question one is hearing a constant buzzing sound like a cricket inside while meditation, anytime focused inside. Is it okay? Yes. These are called indriyas. They are inner sounds that occur when the anahad nadi, the sushumna, starts to open. And if you close your ears and close your eyes, you will hear many sounds. These are the sounds of the anahad nada. Eventually, you can transmute those sounds into Om. Question two, how to clear the Visuddhi chakra so that words will not hurt others. It is not the words that hurt others, it is the thought behind the words that hurt others. And therefore, before you say anything, go inwards to your heart and meditate on it, even for a microsecond. Then the word that come out will give you less karma. The secret is not to create any karma if possible. No bad, no good. But if you are going to create karma, then at least create good karma by encouraging, by supporting, by loving in that way. No, I'm not going to talk about some Mohan Shastra. That is an advanced teaching. That which is never born is celebrating you today as always. Thank you, Clyde. I like that. Chayu Bhatia says, Pranam, thank you. Why many have not gone on Nirvikalpa Samadhi? Because we don't see them. You'll find them in monasteries, in temples in India, in the Himalayas, in monasteries in America and Europe, in retreats. They stay there because they cannot exist in the real world. So they need to be fed and looked after in a sacred way. So a lot of people go into those deep, deep states of trance in quiet places because where they can be fed, looked after, and no pressure of the material or other world. In fact, the practice of Nirvikalpa Samadhi was always a monastic practice, just like the practice of monastic practices in the West. This idea of a dedicated life to inner contemplation. So that's the primary reason. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. Yes, Krishna is beautiful, but you are in the womb of the mother. Always remember that. Vincent Vo, is the void happen many times in the awakening? The void is an inner state of consciousness called Turiya that you can achieve in every practice that you do. You want to try and achieve it more and more. You should read look at my teachings on the Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, and that teaches you how to go to the void over and over again in every breath of every day. Right? And then Vinay Varma says, how can we maintain that death bliss? That is that Turiya state, the observer state. So you can study the Mandukya Upanishad, you can study the Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. That's how you achieve the Turiya state. Once you achieve the Turiya state, you are in that void consciousness, and then you can begin to act in the world from there. Mahashunya is samadhi of Turiya. Turyatita, it's called. Kushi, no. If you're doing the open your third eye, it is the same, similar initiation. So you will be fine. You can join the path with me after that. You will be invited at the end of the open your third eye course to join the path with me and to do the more advanced work. I have, Anthony says, I have a throat infection. I want to know if we should practice mantra when we are unwell, and what Visuddha mantra can I use to cleanse infection? Mantras are vibrations we create in the air or in our throat or in our mind. Three states of vibration. One is in the air around us, which is japa, which is not to be shouted but just to be mumbled. Aim reem shreem aim kleem so om kaya ilarium hasaka halarium sakalarim, like that. So that's a vibration. The second one is an inner vibration in the mouth. Quiet. And the third is an inner vibration of just hearing it inside. So you don't have to practice the loud one. You can just go soft. In fact, no mantra should ever be shouted. It can be sung in raga, in raga bhairavi, but it should be vibrated. Mm. Cosmo, you're welcome. Thank you. If you're doing open Kushi, I answered that already. Masu from Australia. The void is the beauty of this life. Is Maya Asha in a human life? Asha means desire or outcome. Is it what drives us in this human life? No. What drives us in this human life is the realization of the Jiva Atma, the inner divine light that is the same light as that which lies beyond the shunya and the void. That divine consciousness, that I am that Tatvam Asi, that is the purpose of life. And when you begin to discover that Tatvam Asi, a wonderful feeling begins to come called Ananda in you, of just bliss and happiness. And that changes your life and rewires you completely. Okay, Anupriya says, where's Anupriya? I lost her. Can you speak about a practice during sunrise and talk about something about the goddess during sunrise? The most powerful mantra for a goddess in the sunrise is Gayatri mantra, the meter, the pulse, to Savitri, the goddess behind the sun. The goddess behind the sun is also Matangi or Saraswati. So anything to do with Aim, Hreem, Shreem is very powerful to the sun. But the Bij mantra of Gayatri mantra, Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha, me, this world, that world I see, and the world beyond that it is the window for. Tat Savitur Varam Rupam. You, Savitri, the most golden, effulgent sun, Varam Rupam, who's shining into me, who shines into me, Varam Rupam. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, you who are the supreme of all the divine beings, who are of everything around me, come into me. You are the light beings, you are the living beings, everything come into me. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Bring your light into me. Dio Yona, please, Divine Mother, give yourself the light into me. Prachodayat, light up my own inner light. That is the most beautiful mantra you can do. There was a variation of that Sri Aurobindo wrote, which is Om Tat Savitur Varam Rupam Jyotir Parasya Dhimahi Yanna Satyena Deepaye. Satyena Deepaye. That means, Mother, whose illumination I see, wake up that truth in me. Hmm. All right. Matangi says, every time I see one of your videos, there's something different. I pick up something from you. Your gift is very, very potent. Thank you, Matangi. Then, how can we contact you about my courses? The I run a school called A Thousand Suns Academy, and I also run, which is a thousand suns academy.com. I think Dermot will put it in. There it is. And I run a foundational course called the Kundalini Code. I also teach on the Shift Network. And once you join the academy through by doing the foundational course or any of the Shift Network courses, you can then join me for retreats 3 or 4 times a year in the US and India and other places. And we get together, in groups. And I have a few hundred students working with me, and I'd love to meet you and talk to you. So there are degrees of initiation you can take with me into deeper aspects of Tantra and other aspects of the Shakti worship and Kali worship and Trika and the third eye and DMT and all kinds of wonderful things I explore. So yes, you can study with me. And okay, what's left? Yes, you can have even multiple gurus for the same topic. You have to be your own guru, Sandeep. Stop craving gurus, Baba. Why you need guru all the time? Study for yourself. Then go to a guru to learn one aspect or initiation. The main reason to go to guru is to receive mantra in vibration of Shakti. Don't go to guru for any other reason. If you want to just go and have bhashan, do satsangs with multiple gurus and teachers. But don't limit yourself. The only true guru in our culture of this sampradaya of Shakti and Tantra and Trika and all of these aspects is to receive initiation of mantra. There is no other purpose. Okay? Does the Masu says, does the Jeev Atma come in a form of a red blaze and transform to white? I've experienced it in my meditation most of the time. Is this the right way to meditate? Yes, because you're going from the fire of the Kali in you to the white light, and then beyond the white light is the vast nothingness beyond that. Before the red is the blackness, and after the white is the blackness. That's the spectrum you can go with. All right. What is going to be offered on the Master Key course coming up? It's a 7-month initiation into all the aspects of what we call the thousand suns, which is we're going to experience the first sun, the second sun, the third sun, the thousand suns, the Turiya state, and then how to work with that and live with that. That will be announced in April, so stay tuned. 7-month program. Good, Abhinav, that is the correct way to meditate, but always keep yourself grounded on the earth. We wait for you in Europe, Monica. I will come soon to Europe. Yes. What yuga are we in, and what do you think? We are in yugaless time. Your awakening occurs beyond space and time. So, therefore, you are not limited by space and time. So, stop being caught up in yugas. I started the Kundalini code. However, I don't find myself practicing unless playing the videos. Then play the videos. The mantra Kai Larim is the one that will always work for you. Yes, because she is Kameshwari. She is Lalita Tripura Sundari. She is Kaeilarim, Hasakahalarim, Sakalarim, which I happily share with everybody, is the chocolate candy of Kameshwari, of claim, to come into your life and stir you towards that beautiful thing. Mala Anupan, Sandeep Roy, how can I find a true guru? You can't. Good luck. Asma Hubali, while doing sadhana at 4 a.m. and 6 a.m., a torch light automatically off. What it means? Will you automatically? Yes. When you see inner illumination, that means that the Ida Pingala are merging, and that's a beautiful sign of awakening, of the stirring of the Kundalini Shakti in you. So that's a good sign, and your third eye begins to open here, and it can come as a diya, it can come as a circular light, it can come as a blue symbol, it can come as a downward pointing triangle, it can come as an orange glow. All will come. Just let it come and just you can close your eyes and look at it like this, and you'll see it even clearer, and it'll become clearer and clearer for you. Thank you for telling us not to limit ourselves. Yes, Mala, you must not limit yourself. You are limitless. You are free. You are to be initiated in your own journey. Thank you for telling us that. What is beyond Turiya? Is Turiya the same as moksha? No. Turiya is a state of consciousness, of observation of your consciousness. Moksha is similar to samadhi or nirvana, which is I dissolve, the universe dissolves, I become one with everything, and that can happen for a few seconds, that can happen for a few minutes, but normally it is blasts of realization that'll come. Mini samadhis will start to come. There is Pritam, don't worry about fluoride too much. Just do the mantras and the breathing. There is no such thing. Uh, I have been stuck in the purple lights in my third eye for a long time now. Can you throw some light to move forward? Ask it. Talk to the purple light and say, I see you. What is the next gateway you're going to open for me? And ask it to take you to the next gateway. I never see complete black when my eyes are closed. I see thin blue electricity kind of everywhere. Is it okay? Yes. But if you imagine black, it'll become black. So just try, use your imagination. Say, I want to, let's see, absolute pure nothingness. What would it look like? Look. And then maybe that imagination of lights and shades will disappear also. During any meditation, I practice mostly Sambhavi Mahamudra. I can only see total darkness, how to get visuals. You have to do Khechri, Kriya. So if you come and work with me or you work with any Kriya Yoga teachers, you will learn how to use your tongue and your third eye and Jyoti Mudra to see the inner lights and open the veil. A question that keeps any thoughts on quietening an overactive third eye sometimes. Yes, use Muladhara, clench your bottom and come back to your base. I saw your video on third eye when you shared the images of what you saw in your practice. Thank you, Misha. Yes, it is a continuous journey, but eventually you get to the void and then bliss comes. And I'm new here. How do I start to awaken? You can watch the videos we have here, or you can come and do my course, which is, we're only covering our cost, which is the Kundalini Code. Hundreds have done it already. So if you get a chance, do the Kundalini Code, and then you can participate live with me, not only here, but in our academy as well for deeper study. Right? Yes, Shrim and Hrim, or Hum and Sa, or Hrim, Shrim. Ha. The tantric path of Trika and Shakti is Hrim, inwards of Shiva coming into me, and Shrim of Shakti dissolving back into Shiva. Hrim, Shrim, like that. I just did Hrim and Shrim. Pritam, do that. Hum. In fact, even simpler. Hum, Sa. Hum coming in from above into your heart and Sa going out. Keep your eye on your third eye there while doing it. Hum, Sa. Hum, Sa. Do it as many times as you can. After awakening third eye, I started seeing things, but noticed I was getting involved in seeing past and future people around me, so I prayed not to see. Now I want to see about me, but I can't. Cultivating of intuitive siddhis is a gift from the third eye, but requires you to enter Turiya state in order for it to become more available to you. So practice going to the nothingness after awakening the third eye, and that nothingness is where you will begin to have the siddhis you need to see past and future, or intuitive, or become more instinctive and things like that. No, Elijah, I'm not going to describe your union with Brahma, because I did not have a union with Brahma. I had a union with the void, which is Brahman. And Brahman is which is Turiya state, beyond Turiya state, is a dissolution into the singularity, the non-dual state of super consciousness beyond dualities and beyond all other forms. Muladhara meditation best for Manipura? No. Chamundaya meditation best for Manipura. Aim Reem Clean, Chamundaya Viche. Aim Reem Clean, Chamundaya Viche. Aim Reem Clean, Chamundaya Viche. How do I control changes that are happening around? By stilling yourself, by becoming a samurai, by becoming completely still. Then the world begins to happen around you in your way. Bij mantra of Mahalakshmi is Shri. Dr. Joe, separate discussion, not here, please. Okay, there we go. I want to know about quantum jumping. If you're okay talking about it, if not, that's fine. Actually, He was a true master, one of the true masters, Bert Goldman. And if you can practice Bert Goldman's quantum jumping, you will discover the inner Turiya and the inner awakenings you'll want. So I strongly recommend anybody who wants to discover how to attract whatever you want in your life to study the teachings of Bert Goldman. Definitely, especially his work on what is called quantum jumping, which we use also in Tantra, but it is very well put together as a kind of self hypnosis, and it works really well. Are Shiva and Samadhi the same states of experience? Shiva means formless. So when I go to the formless, no form, no space, no time, that state of samadhi, or even Turiya state feels like that. I'm in the domain of the no form consciousness of the universe, and that is Shiva. So Shiva is the last name I give to the formless state I begin to absorb into. Pritam, you are not willing to do the work. You should do the work. It really helps. Vinay Varma, how can I heal and stay in the conclusionness at the same time? How can I heal? If you are in the consciousness of the vast Turiya state, healing automatically follows. No, I don't teach Lord Vishnu. I am more of Shiva and Shakti. Lord Vishnu is a. I do teach one mantra for Krishna and Vishnu, which is very powerful. Clean, which is the clean mantra. Clean, Krishnaya, Govindaya, Gopijana, Vallabhaya, Swaha. It's nice. Krishna, let me explain what Vishnu means to a, to a Shakti worshipper. At the heart, Vishnu represents the Leela between Radha and Krishna, meaning making love to myself as a divine being, the human love of the world, compassion, kindness, friendship, love. That's Krishna. At the third eye, Vishnu represents the Sudarshan chakra. That means the dark center around which the golden light of Mahalakshmi swirls, and a dark blue center. And the swirling of that energy is called the Sudarshan chakra. And if I look carefully into the middle of that dark center, doorway opens and I can go through to the other side. That star is called Tarini, and that star pulls me to the other side. Vishnu and Krishna have tantras as well. The clean Krishnaya, Govindaya, Gopijana, Vallabhaya, Swaha. Okay, let's stop here today. So, today, again, as I said in the beginning, is the equinox. Use this time to go deep into your meditation. Look out at the east in the morning, even tomorrow morning, you'll see it, and you'll see Venus, Mars, and Saturn. And look at your body and see Venus on your left side, Mars on your right side, and Kali, Saturn in the middle, opening that beautiful Shushumna so that Kundalini can rise up. Look up at your third eye, and the star you see, they will open that star for you to the other side. And pray to the Divine Mother, and she will take you into her womb and take you through to the other side. Kae ilarim, hasakahalarim, sakalarim. So take this time to initiate yourself with everything that you meet in life and just enjoy. All right, people. So come and study with me if you want to go deeper. We are doing courses, we do retreats, we do workshops, we do all kinds of fun stuff. And I do this every week. So you can come and ask your questions and hang out. And, we already had more than 130 people today. and every week 3,000 4,000 watch this. So I'm so grateful that I'm able to share this. And next week I will talk to you about how to be a peaceful warrior in a time of chaos, and how to initiate yourself by yourself without the need for a guru, step by step by step, how to do it, and then how to find the right guru to give you the mantra and the teachings and the vibration you need to keep going. All right, and we'll talk about that next week. So until then, Ain Kleem So Kleem Ain Kleem So Kleem Ain. Bhur Bhuva Swaha Om Digband Hum Astra Pat. And I hope to see you next week. Come on back and enjoy yourself with me. Bye bye.